peeked at different times, not just a team peek coming in from Nukes, but there were different angles being taken care of at multiple instances from the Popes holding down that point. So great trades from them to hold on to that for the last few seconds of that point.
Yeah, that scrap brought them back within 10 seconds, which is pretty ideal going into this next P3, which is a huge money hill if you can hold that back. Library on CJ's gonna be your OBJ guy, gets taken out by PJ, holding that top Eskies right there, looking for the entry kill, looking for one, finds it onto Asylum. It's gonna be Defik, gets traded out though. Unfortunately, Defik does find a second one. Vermain finds one onto CJ. Hill remains uncontested. Defik hopping in, but that's gonna be the Nukes right behind them coming in through Library, so the action is about to go down. PJ taking out Nicklet, finds two. He's gonna have a full flood of orange on him.
Nicklet going off right there, picking up a couple of frags on point there. We saw Vermain go in with a 5-kill streak, trying to defend what he had left. As we see Nukes here taking, trying to come away a little bit here. They just extended their lead to 20 seconds with 20 points on left now that Popes have taken it back. So they're gonna see if we can't keep it close between the two teams.
Yeah, Nukes, they were able to pull ahead off of that P1, had about a 30-point lead, and then Popes was playing this game of catch-up. So out of them right now, we're looking for them to get an early rotation and a pretty solid hold. That should give them a nice little lead change just to play with, but Defik finds one on from behind, finds two. Is not able to secure the third, but Nukes maintaining this time on Hill, 64-46.
That's a big play from Nukes to shut down Defik right there. That's the one thing Popes don't have going for them that the Nukes do in this OBJ time. Defik trying to open up that P4 and get his team those statistics in order to have more OBJ time to get them closer to that lead, but Defik getting shut down there really puts a halt in their momentum in trying to make this comeback.
Yeah, Popes is trying anything that they can do just to break this hill. Vermain pushing from street, finds one onto Asylum, but the rotation needs to begin now. They do have those spawns going into P1 and P2, so it'd be best just for them to rotate at this point, as now they're down about, was that 40, a little under 40-point lead right there. CJ just trying to pressure them out of that hill. But it's going to be PJ holding that courtyard. Mellow looking for one on entry, just going in. So now back onto our second set of rotations.
Yeah, no point in trying to hold the last few seconds of that if you're Popes. If you know the spawns are going to be in your favor, you should be rotating on to the next point as soon as you can. When you have this much deficit, it is early game, so maybe they're not feeling too pressured in order to do that. However, I still think it's the right play to get off point and start contesting for the next set.
Yeah, it should have been an early rotation. Had Nukes full rotated, maybe at least 3 of their men. We would see a different outcome so far. PJ looking for one in top Eskies, but CJ finds him, takes him out. But now Nukes with the time on the hill, 91-65, going into another 40-point change. Mello finds another one, but is traded out. The rotation does come through. It looks like Nukes already set up for P2. It's looking pretty solid as they're crossing that 100-point threshold.
Looks like we have Mello doing most of the KD work on the Nukes, 11 and 18. Now, in comparison, we have Solar Hazard not having the game of his life currently, only 3 and 13 with 10 seconds of OBJ time. Popes need Solar to show up if they want to have a chance to contest in the rest of this game, because a 3v4 hard point is not going to work for the Popes. If they want to win more maps, they're going to have all 4 of them show up and contend, and a 5 and 13 is not going to get them this map victory.
Yeah, it's definitely not contributed enough. 5 and 13, 11 on the objective. He's heating up a little bit, though, currently on a 3 spree. See if he can keep this going. Nick holding down that hill for the Nukes as they cross that 100-point threshold, but they're coming in through the street right there. Defik finds one. That's going to be their entry for Popes. Getting the remainder of the scrap. 22 seconds left on the hill. Hill's now uncontested. CJ just picking up the rest of that scrap, 115-92. Looks like Nukes is already rotated going into this next P3. Asylum just holding that mid just to make sure no one can push through. Mello with the initial onto hill, but gets taken out by Vermain.
I like that break from CJ on last point. He was able to clear off what was left of the first firefight, and CJ was able to come up and take a few more seconds off that last point for the Nukes while they let Popes fight over the scraps before they moved into the next set, which I thought was a nice play from CJ.
Yeah, it was a beautiful executed play. Nick on the behind though, coming from Library, is able to find 2, and that's going to be the entry that Nukes need. Defik. Oh, it was a team kill that came through. Defik still holding that map, looking to find one. Finds one onto CJ on the other side of the hill on the elbow, and now that is going to be the initial Popes with the
That
first
team kill,
lead
that
change.
team kill is going to be huge for the Popes because they had Nukes had reinforcements coming through, and that not only is a mechanical blunder, but it's also a mental blunder in the eyes of Nukes. If you have all your boys coming back into point, ready to take it back over, and suddenly you have a blunder like that, now Popes are in the lead. Nukes are kind of flustered here, not too sure what's happened. They're going to have to try and regroup and reset for next point here.
Yeah, I'd actually be down for a listen in on this just to see how their comms are in the comms department for Nukes.
Let's.
Just came at him. Yeah, fuck. He's
I'm watching my bank, yo.
street.
I'm watching
He's
my
on
bank.
left.
Yo, one's Alec dead. Yo, one bank, one bank, one bank.
Checkers, I spawn checkers.
I'm not
I spawn street. I can watch bus. One in bus. Two in front of brown car and bus.
Bus
What?
one more bus.
Sorry.
Two bus.
I'm watching bus. I'm watching bus.
I'm coming behind one. I got flashed. I'm flashed here.
Hills rat. Hills rat. Absolute rat. Absolute rat.
Oh yeah, rat. Still huge kill.
Oh, I got shot. I got
Right.
shot in the back.
One thing gold, bro. One thing gold. Okay, we're fine. One thing gold. If you can touch that.
They're serious. They're fighting for this. They don't want Popes to come away with their third map win of the season. They're definitely trying to maintain the order that they had earlier on in the game.
Yeah, what I really like out of them is that they maintain composure. I don't know who specific said it, but they were like, we're fine, we're fine. And they were able to get those kills and still keeping it within 20 points, just trying to be as competitive as possible. But DJ finds one, finds two onto Mellow. The Popes, I think, are heated up. Solar, 12 and 19, looks a lot better than 5 and 13. Originally though, so now this might be the momentum change that the Popes need with about a 30-point lead now, still holding P1, and now we got the minimap back up. Beautiful. The rotations are now coming through, but Popes, they're gonna have that rotation going into P2, 191 to 155.
PJ was on a 5 streak holding down that point there, absolutely tearing it up on point, making sure Nukes were not able to come close to touching and contesting. The Popes are looking very good here in the second half of this game.
Yeah, this could be the energy that they need to get themselves on the board here. 191 to 172, super intense game. Now we're going into P2. Hill is unlocked.
Trades coming in back and forth. Popes picking up a couple more frags, looking to make their way on to the next point there. Defik holding it down. Trophy system in place. Mello going to try and make an entry here, but right next to him is Solar Hazard. Hazard's making it a nuisance, and Mello accidentally blows himself up with a Semtex grenade. That's going to ruin his entry and offset the balance of his teammates trying to make it a cohesive push. CJ finds Asylum. Nicklet gets the trade. CJ, Nick on the flank here, but they are contested.
Yeah, Nick just trying to get some entry into the hill there. Unfortunately, a couple team shots do come through there, but Nick and CJ both taken down. Popes, just an absolute dominant performance in the second half, keeping Nukes absolutely flustered. However, Nukes, with the early rotation, they're going to back up. They're going to hold this. Defik able to find one. It's going to be his entry onto hill. Nick is looking to find any kill. Asylum picks Defik up. 235 to 172, Jimmy.
Popes looking great here. They move into their entries. TJ gets the entry frag. Mello comes in with the trade, and Nicklet finds the second. So the push is sustained for the moment there. Nicklet and Mello able to shut it down, but Defik still working a flank. Finds one, almost finds the third onto CJ, but CJ beats him to the angle. Nukes working for this point. 185 now to 239. Popes only need 11 more seconds OBJ time. The Nukes are making them fight for it as this point stays contested. But now Defik and Solar coming in with the two-piece. Now contest the point, 244. Nukes are going to have to touch to keep this game going. Now they've contested, but it's 246 now. Pope staying on. Nicklet finds the frag. Solar Hazard is still on point. Takes down Nicklet. At the same time, Mello finally gets the trade. 247 to 187. It's getting close.
3 seconds left, Jimmy, for the Popes to close this out, and they'll have a map on the board here. Solar looking to make it happen for his squad here. Gets CJ. That's going to be 4 down. That's huge, and that's going to close out the map for the Popes, going up 1-0 in the series. Jimmy, I saw the chat talking about predictions. I did not predict this off the gate. Not at all.
Not at all. Nukes have looked very solid throughout the entirety of the season so far. They have a map count of 6 and 5. They're 2 and 1 with their record. Popes 0 and 3 with 2 to 9 maps. You wouldn't predict the game to be this close. Maybe if you were into predictions, you'd say Popes and Skyline perhaps would have this close of a game, but no, Popes absolutely showed up and beat Nukes today to get their 3rd map win, and that I thought was really great.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic plays out of Popes right there, just to keep it composed and keep it pushing. I think on behalf of Nukes right there, though, it was those 2 team kills. I believe that really threw them off of their game and the momentum, and that's where we saw the switch.
Absolutely. The first team kill, we saw the Nukes lose the lead. We saw the Nukes lose the lead almost immediately, and from that point on, we did a call in and we checked to see how their comms were, and they were, I would say, not panicking, but definitely in go mode. I would say they knew they'd lost their footing, and they knew they were trying to regain that as fast as they could, and I think that might have put a little too much pressure on them, and they tried to maybe force themselves back into that game, resulting in a couple more blunders. Like we saw Mello, I think it was Mello, hit himself with a grenade trying to make an entry, and a couple different mistakes there, making entry frags, not peeking together, not playing together cohesively, and Popes just rode that momentum all the way out into the second half of the game and to their 3rd victory.
Yeah, exactly. And now going into this Garrison search and destroy, however, the Popes pulling out map 1 right there. I'm still looking for more out of Solar there. Extremely slow start. Maybe this is the momentum. Maybe this was his warm-up map. Hopefully, but in this game 2 search and destroy, hopefully he picks it up.
Well, when I called his KD and his OBJ time wasn't doing well at all. Like you said, almost immediately afterward, Broadcaster's curse, he started picking it up, and he went from 3-12 to 7-14, and I think by the end of that game he'd had 20 kills almost. So he had picked it up when it mattered the most for the team. And Defic, how about that? 30-19 on that last point. At one moment, he was 30-19 with over 2 minutes of OBJ time. It doesn't matter what team you're on. If you have those stats on hardpoint, you're going to be in contention, and if you lose, it's going to be close. That was a fantastic effort from the Popes coming out of that second half of that game.
Yeah, they let Defic get away with a lot of flanks right there. That's the route man. The man that is in charge, but now going into this Garrison search and destroy. Jimmy, what are we looking here for the winner out of this search and destroy?
I expect the Nukes to have their composure back this game. They lost it and let the Popes run away with it last game, but I think the Nukes started last game very composed, very orthodox, very precise, and I think we're going to see that throughout the entirety of this search maps. And the Popes, much like last game, are going to have to disrupt that. They're going to have to weasel their way into the strategy of Nukes here, into the composure, and get under their skin, and hopefully they make enough blunders where Popes can get away with another map victory.
Exactly. Defic is going to be our bomb carrier, the man with the routes, the knowledge. Nick, first blooded, gets taken out by Fur Main. Looks like it's going to be a B push. Now Popes with a man advantage, just looking for any type of setup. Solar taken out in top control. Now make that a 3v3.
Mello taken down a second. 2v3 now. Defic challenging on the bridge, looking for more angles. Gets help from his teammate here to cover from bridge, but Nukes have the angle advantage here. Covering his teammate, picking up. Oh, actually, Defic got that kill. I thought Furman picked that up, but he spots Mello now, so he knows where one is. We just have to find the lurk if you're the Popes, and trying to find who it is. There they are. Defic finds Asylum. Now it's a 2v1. Mello knows who Defic is. They're going to challenge. Mello wins that fight, and Nukes take the first round in a 1v1.
Yeah, Mello with a big win right there. A little bit of, probably some shadow casting on the floor right there helped a little bit, but able to secure this out. And on the behalf of Nukes, that's probably what you're going to want, is going up 1-0 into this series for sure with that momentum. Like you said, composure out of them is big. They didn't really lose it in the comms on the first map, so hopefully they're maintaining that. Looking at the mini-map, looks like they're setting up for a B plant at this point.
If you're the Popes after that round, you can't feel terrible. It's not the game-ending round. You managed to take out 3 out of 4, so plenty of hope for the Popes to win this map in fights and not just.
Exactly. PJ finds one onto CJ on the trade right there. Nicklet coming up from behind, pushing into the vent. I think he got the comm that someone was in vent. Bombs down in an unfavorable position. Nick.
Oh, look at that
trying to
angle.
find
Oh
one.
my gosh.
Solar last alive now in a 1v2.
He has the potential to have really good angles on both of them from this position. He's not looking the right direction, and he's gonna pay for it. Nukes find him, take the second round.
Gets caught. Is that what they say with his pants down? Is that the?
Got him with his pants down.
Got him with his pants down.
He just the timing there. That's a case of COD timing again. If you're if you're Pope, these 2 rounds you've not lost them by a wide margin. These have been close rounds, a 1v1 and a 2v1. And who knows what that 2v1 could have been if Solar was just looking the right way at the right time, which he just happened to miss. So I'm seeing a pretty even set so far here on this map.
Pretty even so far. Nukes currently up 2-0. Popes looking to get on the board here. It's going to feel a lot better being 1-2 versus 3-0. Defig with a pretty aggressive push for main finds one onto Nicklet. The push begins. Nukes just looking to recover currently now in a 3v4 map control in favor of Popes.
And look how calm they are. They're all lined up on the same part of the map over by A site. They have all their barrels in the other direction. They're not over peeking, but now, as I say it, Solar finds CJ, as CJ was trying to look for information. But they were so calm in trying to reassess and regroup as Mello picks up Furmain and Defik. Oh, but the Popes close it out. Mello was onto something in the middle of that round there. He didn't want to give them that first round, but the Popes closed it out. But my point is they're so calm. If they lose the first firefight, they assess, they regroup, and they look for information. And it didn't work out in their favor this time, but you can see the way they move on the mini-map, how calm and precise they are about what they do.
Exactly, because a team versus a team that gets flustered in search and destroy, you see the arrows on the minimap just go crazy, just trying to figure everything out and rotate, and then by that time, you know, you've just given up all your map control and your setups. So fantastic plays out of Popes right there, bringing this back 1-2.
PJ pushed way up, Defik up there with them. They're being aggressive here. Defik finds one. Nicklet gets the trade. 3v3 here as PJ challenges Mello. Mello, they trade nades at each other. They're both trying to flash and stun, maybe for information with a hit marker, but a 3v3. Furmain challenging Nicklet, and Furmain wins it 2v3 now, favor of Popes. And we'll see what the Nukes do to assess the situation. Looks like they're trying to anchor down somewhat, but Mello pushes in, gets caught by PJ. Now it's a 3v1 favor of Popes.
Yeah, CJ last stuck in that back P3 corner, gets taken out by PJ. Popes now tying this up 2-2. Chat, is this what we were expecting? Popes.
Maybe they're a second half team. Maybe they're a second half team. The Nukes, I mean, I knew the Popes would be looking for a mistake. Last round it was CJ getting caught whilst looking for information, and that kind of allowed the Popes to roll through the last round. And here with the momentum, they just took every challenge they could get, and they've rolled through the third round. What am I trying to say? I lost. It's not a math show.
It's not.
Point is, the Popes have momentum currently after a couple of mistakes from the Nukes.
Pulled out a sniper, looking down mid, trying to get any type of information on the Popes. Mello finds that first blood onto Solar. Big kills for Nukes right here to keep pushing forward and holding this. Defig currently sitting top cat, trying to find any type of information.
Defik not giving up that angle. PJ might have peeked it. Mello's just holding down that angle, trying to look for info. Furmain covering bomb carrier. Defik looking for a push onto B site. Now he might have spotted CJ. Might have that information. As Popes are gonna regroup and reorganize where they want to push. They're still looking for information. They're a man down, so they don't want to be too generous with their peeks. They're waiting for Nukes to make a mistake.
PJ taken out by Mello. Mello traded out by Defig. Perfect trades right there for main. And Defig avoiding the snipes. Defig last alive.
Wow.
Gets taken out by CJ. Nukes now up 3-2.
So they recover. They were a little wobbly, I think, in this round, but good trades, good pick, good momentum change. Getting Solar at the beginning of the round, just taking him out. That puts a halt to the Pope's momentum. They won 2 rounds in a row. They're feeling good. To lose that first firefight is kind of a pain in the butt to say when you have such momentum going your way. So 2-3 now. Popes back in the losing column currently. They're going to try and battle their way back to the next round here.
Yeah, Pope's looking to tie this up. Solar currently sitting at 1-3. Similar type of performance to that first map. However, PJ finds the first one onto CJ.
Wow.
Going to keep progressing through bomb in a slightly unfavorable position in mid right now. Not sure if the Popes are aware of that, but Asylum gets taken out by PJ. PJ finds 2. The man is on a roll, Jimmy.
He's what? Did he just?
And he stuck the third!
Oh my God! Get the ace! Let's go!
Ace!
Unbelievable stuff from PJ. Finds the first firefight, sprints down mid, picks up a second, sticks the third. Look at, he's no regard for the rest of the team. He flies down mid, picks it up, sticks 1, kills the last. Awesome stuff from PJ. That's huge.
I think that's the Scuff Gaming Play of the Week. That has to be the Scuff Gaming Play of the Week right there. Just absolutely insane. Once you get 3, you gotta give them the ace.
We'll see PJ on Twitter.
Yes.
All right, so a quick little quick round, and just like that, it's all tied up. We saw the Nukes fight for the previous round, and PJ got to be feeling good now. 9-3 currently, got to be feeling fantastic. Probably feels on top of the world. We'll see what the Nukes do to answer.
Both teams playing it super slow, playing for info.
Solar Hazard takes down Mello, which is big. Mello's a big entry fragger for those Nukes. Defik finds Nicklet. 4v2 now. CJ got shots onto Defik. That's a trade. 3v2. Favorite Popes. First trade to come out. Now it's slowed down a little bit. PJ going for the bomb plant on B site. Nukes do not know yet. Have to rotate in. They're not playing together currently. They're going to try and maybe play each other's angles and play for a trade.
Yeah, it looks
they're
like
not entering site together.
Yeah, it looks like CJ's looking to try and get a pinch here. Knows that someone's in line, so the PJ posted up. Doesn't get the kill. Big kill out of CJ right there.
CJ puts PJ in his place, shutting him down, trying to get Nukes back into this. CJ last alive now, and Popes take the W. It's a 4-3 game. Oh, they're doing it again.
In this next round, I definitely want to go with a listen in on the Popes to see how the vibes are in that camp, especially after PJ getting that ace right there. If we can hop right in.
Absolutely. Let's hop.
All right, let's get it, boys.
Let's go.
I'll go back to green. Keep an eye out. All right. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and pushing mid because they seem to, like...
Nothing mid. Pop up.
Tank. Oh, shit. They're all 3. All of them. Nice solar. Just play life. Nice die pick. Well, he's back truck. He's back truck on that heady.
Oh, yep. He's deep left.
They're both back there, honestly.
Yeah.
They are. Yo, we're defending. We don't need to really... Yo, he's on the toolbox. He's right there.
He's weak, underfloating. Dead.
Back artillery. Last one's back artillery.
Alright, I'm just gonna push back.
Yeah, push back.
I have your top green.
Play B. Yeah, just watch your top green.
Do you have bomb down on anybody or no?
Now that I can see.
Yo, Fur, you don't need to peek it like that.
Alright. Just gonna listen.
Okay, check B. Oh, he's A.
He rotate behind.
Yep. Pre-aim that.
Just don't get caught.
Oh fuck.
It's in bricks.
Okay, good
Let's
job.
go. These kids suck.
That seems to be the most composed comms that I've seen out of Popes right there. Currently sitting 4 and 3 now, and that's going to be the defuse for Popes right there. Now going up 5-3.
Awesome stuff. Yeah, great stuff from the teammates there, making call outs. He's there, nade him. He's there, nade him. Lots of information being passed around throughout the players there to keep the info for their alive teammates valuable there. I really enjoy that. I enjoy hearing those call outs. Defic absolutely taking on sort of the IGL here. He seems to be locked in with what's going on in the mental game of Nukes.
Yeah, and the big comm right there was we're defending, no need to OE, and just like that, they picked off every single one and got the defuse on this one. Now sitting 5 and 3, Defic with bomb, Nukes with their backs against the wall. Can they tie this up and push it to around 11?
Elimination round for the Nukes. Mello answering that call, finding the first blood onto Furmain. They take a 4v3 advantage. Defic with the vertical height here, trying to get an advantage. Trying not to get picked off from the other side of bridge. He knows Nukes are over there, but he doesn't know how many per se. He's just trying to be cautious about it. They're a man down. They don't want to throw this away. They can clinch this map if they win this round. PJ finds CJ. I feel like those guys find each other a lot.
Mm-hmm. That's a constant. Yes.
Solar
3v3,
right
17 seconds left.
Melo's gonna go right in front of Solar. Can he pick up the second? No, Nicklet gets the trade, but it's trades back and forth now. 1v2 favoring Nukes. Asylum and Nicklet looking for Defic, who's left with just a sniper. He's gonna have to pull something off here. He has a chance to get Asylum, and he does get the defuse. Now he knows where Nicklet is. Is Nicklet gonna pick him off? He does. I think that's really aggro from Defic. He gets the bomb defuse. I don't think he has to repeat that.
Yeah, I don't think he had to rechow right there. He could have backed up and tried to play bomb. But just he's probably feeling himself and wanted to go for the heat check and get
Absolutely.
the 2. Still a round up, feeling comfortable as the Popes. But Nukes, definitely that's the fire under their butts right there to try and tie this up and bring it back.
Can't blame him for challenging that, but you do wish you'd seen him maybe take a breath there and assess the situation. Nicklet was far away from the bomb, far enough away from the bomb he didn't have to repeak immediately. So I won't call it a blunder. I'll just call it a missed opportunity, I think. 5-4 now. Nukes. Defic! He hears me talking. He answers downfield by picking off Mello. I won't say a bad thing about you again, sir. Go win this round.
Defic says, I'm the captain now with the sniper, able to find that first one. Nukes on the defense here with Bomb in a 3v4 situation. Bomb needs to go down. Players lingering around mid, but that's going to be PJ on the flank here. This could be a big play for him on this flank if he gets this timing. I don't think they know.
This is going to be huge. Finds CJ. What did we say? They find each other. Defic finds Nicklet. It's a 4v1. Asylum's the only one left. He's swarmed by Popes. He's going to find PJ. He's made an escape lane for himself. He's going to have to peek somebody else now. He's juked out the Popes. He's alive for a little bit longer here. He's going to find Furmain. Makes it a 2v1. He's checking his angles, but finally gets taken down. And the Popes are going to take this map right out from underneath the Nukes. That was a fantastic game of Surge.
It was absolutely fantastic. Nukes with the early start being up 2-0, and now going down to this 4-6. An absolutely fantastic game, and Popes really showing what they're made of here. They don't want to be down 0-4 in the league. It's not in the stars for them. They want to do this. In chat, I think they have the momentum. I think they have the energy. I think this could be a 3-0.
It could definitely be a 3-0. They are feeling themselves, and they have all the momentum. They have good emotions on their team right now. They're feeling good. Nukes, on the other hand, I can't imagine they have any idea of what is happening to them. They lead every map early in the half. They have a good, solid foundation of teamwork, cohesiveness, playing togetherness, and they have that first half down. Something happens there at halftime, or somebody makes a blunder or over peaks or is too greedy, and the Popes take that momentum and they take it all the way to the map victory. We've seen it twice now. If I'm the Nukes, I do not want to lead early game. I do not want to play the Popes while they're down.
Mm-hmm. And then now, control. The combination of both essentially hardpoint and search and destroy together. Popes riding on this energy of 2-0 on. I just love Scary Gary. It's one of my favorite maps.
I saw a lot of long range challenges there
Mm-hmm.
on that last round with Defik with the sniper. I didn't expect to see that.
Yeah, he was really able to find that. So I really give it to Popes right here. I just think they're just on fire. They're better at the game today.
Chat calling the 2-0 here. Joya says he saw this coming. Gravity Nukes have lost full. Joya calling Evo 3-0 for our next set.
Whew. I haven't even unpacked that match yet, but super excited.
That's
the
a
chat
big
we got.
call.
It's a big call. We got one more, possibly one more, but if this the Nukes could maybe find some momentum, some motivation, some fire to push them to a game 4. Something.
I want to see some aggression out of the Nukes. I feel like their whole game plan has been calm, collective committee thinking with what they do. But that didn't work against PJ. We saw he had the ace in the mid game there. I want to see some of that aggressiveness out of the Nukes here, and I want them to shake up what the Popes have right now.
Yeah, Nukes on the offense trying to get some progress here. Excuse me, Nick currently sitting on B. Progress has begun. CJ pushes up all the way into their spawn, looking to find one and get those cuts, but Defik finds 2. Mello finds one onto Defik, shutting him down. CJ on the flank finds one onto Fermain, and now Popes on the defense.
Yeah, we have Nukes absolutely swarming B site, and I don't know how long they're going to have in order to keep that from going to the second tick at least. We see Defik and Fermain run in, and Defik finds 2. Mello finally shuts him back down, working towards that second tick. PJ challenges Nicklet, but Nicklet wins that one. Now we have Solar Hazard coming in, but it's too late. The second tick has been acquired. 16 respawns to the Popes, 20 respawns to the Nukes. Slight advantage there with the lives, but B site almost completely taken now. Popes are going to have to reroute over to A site for their last hold on defense.
Yeah, Nukes attempted to rotate across the top. Cat, however, both of them were taken down, unfortunately. But PJ is going to be set up in that back corner with Fermain looking for his alley right there. CJ looking for this entry to get into the hill to get A.
Look at the setup here from Nukes. They're not pushing in yet. They're waiting for their 4th. They're trying to get picks. Silent finds Defik, but Pope finds CJ. There's 2 picks from the Nukes. Those are their picks. Now they're going to try and enter into sight. PJ's up top waiting for him, but that's their game. They have cohesive, collected pushes on the sites. They don't make these rogue plays. They don't let anybody go be the star. They try to have teamwork be what am I trying to say? Teamwork makes the dream work. That's the Nukes motto so far, but it hasn't worked. Pope shut them down with as many trades as you can count to, and it hasn't won them 2 maps so far, and it's not gotten them A site yet. It has gotten them B site, so it's worked in that regard. However, Popes still holding it down. 7 respawns to Popes, 9 to Nukes, so they're going to try and play their lives here a little bit more concentrated.
Yeah, Pope's definitely trying to play this a little bit more conservatively here. Just like that, the respawns are back even, Steven, 7-7. However, Nick finds one onto Fermain in the back. Nukes just looking for any type of entry here, but
Look at that peek from CJ. Jumping shots onto CJ. PJ gets the pepper damage in, sets the teammate up for the assist. Solar finds Asylum. 4 respawns to 6. Favor of Popes. Make it 2. Defik looking for more. Solar Hazard finds one. Popes are looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, 5 seconds left for Nukes to try and cap this A, but I just don't think it's enough time unless Nick, nope, just not enough. So now Popes go up 1-0. This is getting scary for the Nukes here. It's getting really scary.
This is the first early lead we've seen the Popes have. This is not going with the trend that we've seen the last two maps. The last two maps have been all Nukes early on. This is the first map where Popes have taken a lead early in the game. So I'm gonna see if they can hold this out, or if they choke like Nukes have in the first two maps.
Most definitely, Popes looking to just ride this momentum out and put the nail in the coffin. And
PJ
and
7-2 on a streak of 6 currently. 5 OBJs.
And I think
PJ
this is the
and
first time that we've
both
seen
feeling
Solar
it.
positive as well, 8-6.
Absolutely. We're gonna see if PJ can keep this streak going. Looks like they're going on a flank route. Mello opens up with that first frag. He gets it almost every round, I think. CJ finds PJ for the 700th time. Silent Epic putting down trades down on B site. PJ back and finds Mello. A couple of trades happening in the back room there. And Popes taking a stand on B site. They're going to have that first tick, and they're going to be fighting over the second.
Mello finds one onto Solar, trying to flank those lights right there. However, Popes bounce back, taking 2 down with them now. Nukes is looking to try and stop this dominant force that the Popes are today. For me, is holding down this lights, gets taken out by Asylum. Defik gets the trade. Kill remains contested. Solar not finding Nick behind him. He'll still have advantage of
misses that grenade. CJ finds PJ anyways. Furmain back onto site. Contested. Furmain gonna look for that fight. Defik finds Nick though. As site is still contested. It's Asylum and Solar. Mello gets taken out by Defik. Furmain just anchored on the point, trying to get that third tick and send the Nukes over to A site, but they're going to give it one more push. They haven't quite given it up. CJ finds a frag and is going to push onto site and is now actually contesting away from that third tick, so they don't have to rotate over to A.
Yeah, that kill may have gotten Nukes back into this, possibly, if they can maintain this. They're getting these really important kills. Respawns 12-9. It looks like they're just gonna cough up E and just wait for the rotation for Popes to rotate over to A. Now they do have a 2 respawns above Popes right here, so this could be it if they're able just to hold A.
They can hold their momentum they're currently playing at. Yeah, it's definitely not impossible though. Respawns evening up. It's 7-6, favor of Nukes. Both teams will be playing their lives a little bit more now as they're both left with just 6 respawns apiece. CJ and Asylum both finding frags. Asylum also finds Solar, so 3 respawns remaining for Popes. Looking pretty good for the Nukes right now, but they only have 4 of their own. We're getting into search and destroy territory here. PJ gets taken down. Defense. Now the team only has 1 respawn. So it is search and destroy for the Popes now. 3 respawns remaining for Nukes. And 1 minute left of playtime. So Popes are going to have to slow this way down if they want to try and get this round.
Yeah, no respawns remaining currently now, essentially in a 2v7, but Solar last alive. Can he make it happen? I think they've spotted him. Nukes on the board.
Okay.
1-1.
All right, so the Nukes are not going to lay down and die like the Popes would like them to. A little bit of a momentum shift here. Nukes trying to... They have a long way to go if they want to win this set. This could be the start of a big comeback if you're the Nukes. This is the moment right here. It's not an elimination round, but you have the ability to force an elimination round onto your opponent. And if you're Nukes, that's all you want to do. Take your fights one at a time, try and stick to a plan, and execute it as well as you possibly can.
Yeah, that could have been the moment right there for the Nukes. Chat, are we getting the brooms out? Are we seeing a reverse sweep through and through? It could happen, but like Jimmy said, the road is long and hard, and Popes are fighting for every single fight. But Defik, straight out of the gate, finds 2, gets taken out by Nick.
Almost found that flick. over there on Nick, but he just didn't see him in time. Would have been a great start to the round for Pope. They do get the frags, though. Nonetheless, they come out getting a couple kills of their own. That's a three-piece, almost an entire squad wipe there for the Nukes. Mello gets taken down. Defik not quite submitting. Nick finds the trade, though. Looks like Popes don't really have a very consistent push here. They do get onto A site, and the Nukes will be fighting there from mid. Mostly, it looks like Mello and CJ both finding frags, trying to keep the Popes off of A site, trying to keep them dismantled as they are right now.
Yeah, just trying to keep them from rebuilding the system back together. But Nukes currently with the progress on B, though. Vermain finds CJ with the nade. However, reinforcements are showing up for Nukes. Second tick underway. Contest does come through. Defik finds one onto Mello. Solar looking to just find a kill on Rails. Unfortunately, gets taken out by CJ. Contest still stands for main, looking to find one.
Now, we saw this last time for the Popes. We saw them lose B site, and we saw them hunker down onto A for the rest of the map, and they did it very well. We see one player over there on the Nukes, I believe. It's CJ over there on B site trying to get that first kick start, but it's going to be met with PJ and another barrel downrange, but somehow he escapes it, and he's able to work this A site a little bit longer than I think he should have. The Popes are now, they're in panic mode. They thought they would have had that site to begin with, but they're going to have to break it back from Nukes with 2 minutes of playtime left. As they get closer and closer to that second tick, I think the Nukes are going to be in a really good position here this round.
Yeah, currently in a fantastic position, but just like that, it does fall through, and that's going to be a big 3 down right there for the Nukes. Only one tick remaining, 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock. Defik finds another one to Asylum, but CJ trades him out, and the push begins again for the Nukes, trying to just get something going here. This could put the Popes like on backseat mode, on defense mode thoroughly. This could be it. 1 minute and 20 seconds to work with.
Popes only needed one break to make this point work, and they got it. They still have one on site, and then now they have 2. So it's not impossible. Look at Vermain working the back line there, trying to keep the Nukes as far away from that point as possible. PJ finding another flank here. All they needed was one good break on A site, and they got it. With 1 minute of playtime left, no respawns remaining for the Popes. 3 left on Nukes. They had their break. Now they have to win their gunfights if they want this round.
Yep. They've got to fight their way through this. PJ looking to find one onto
Big kill
CJ.
there.
Sends him back to spawn. Gets taken out by Nicklet. Defik holding short.
peek.
Finds one.
That's huge.
No respawns remaining. Popes. And a 2v4.
30 seconds. Popes are going to play their lives here. But Defik is going to be cornered very fast, and he gets caught off guard from CJ. Now it's just Solar, and he gets cut off from the left. So Nukes, they make it close, but they do take that round away from the Popes. I thought they had it there when Defik came up with 3 frags to keep up the respawns, but Nukes, still, they were able to win the round, unlike the first round of the set, where they weren't. The Popes were able to hold down on A site. They adjusted, and Nukes have taken that round away from them.
Yeah, I think at the very end right there, it was that flash that they got onto Defik for the information, and they just flooded him. I don't think he knew exactly what direction they were coming from, so he just got caught, unfortunately, in that back corner. But Nukes, they finally have a lead, Jimmy. They finally have a lead. Can they do it here?
Well, it's their first lead in the second half of a game, so we haven't seen this yet in this set of games here. We've only seen Popes lead in the second half of the game, and they have dominated in that fashion. So this is where the Popes turn it up, but I feel like we might have already seen their best in the first half of this game, so we'll have to wait and figure out if the Popes have it in them to try and run this one out, if they have the stamina to finish this one.
Yeah, this is a really hard-fought controller here. Respawns even. Popes looking to get some onto A, but Mello takes him out, unfortunately. Solar looks for one, finds one onto Nick at A.
Trying to make his team have a safe entry onto B site, and they are there. Defik finds one. PJ lurking. He's going to get caught off by CJ, and Asylum finds Defik. So Not a super smooth take of the B site that the Popes were hoping for. They haven't quite put it together yet over there.
Yeah, not exactly. Currently, yeah, so that's going to be 2 ticks for the Popes right there. Contestants come through Asylum, looking to find one. Gets needed out. And that's going to be the map control for Nukes.
The Nukes have something that the Popes don't, and that is a very average KD across their players. 27-19, 19-21, 19-26, 27-19. The Popes have sort of a weak link in their chain, and that's Fermain. He's 12-23. The rest of his teammates, 20-20, 28-21, 27-30, they've all reached that 20 kill mark. Fermain has not been able to get past, barely get past 10 kills. That might be a contributing factor as to how many trades they get, especially in a respawn limited game. Fermain needs to eat up a little bit more in these last couple rounds, I think, if they want the Nukes to have a chance of running out of respawns. It's close, and it has been close the entire game, but here we see a 3 respawn lead here, and I think Fermain's KD has something to do with that.
Yeah, exactly. And this could be it right here. 22 seconds left on the clock for Popes just to get a single capture here. But Nukes just shutting down each and every push. 8 respawns to 3 remaining. Fermain finds one onto Asylum. Big kill there, but gets traded out by Mello. 20 seconds left on the clock. Mello taking that tick down, finds another one onto Solar. Finds another one onto PJ. He's making sure they can't even touch the hill. And now he flies. Nick already in their spawn. Finds one onto Solar. And this is where it falls apart for Popes right here. Not able to touch the hill. Asylum. They're putting him in an Asylum at this point. Nukes pulls this out.
That was insane. That was the aggression I was looking for. We saw Mello got 3 kills there on point and left. He didn't get traded out. He left point. He got 3 kills and said, I'm good here, let me go do some work somewhere else. And that was the end of the round for them. They just fell apart, they trickled into point, and took care of it with authority.
Yeah, that's the momentum that Nukes need. They finally were able to pull a map through. They had Popes in the first half on the first 2 maps, but Popes had them in the first half on this map too, so it just keeps going back and forth on the momentum switch, but this could be the driving factor to push this to a game 5. But next, back to Hardpoint.
This is a second half set. You do not want to lead early in these games right now. We saw Popes take a 1-0 lead. Nukes tied it up. Popes took another one, and it was kind of back. No, excuse me. Nukes came back all the way, and they absolutely took care of the Popes after they sort of, I'll say, ran out of stamina. They had good momentum coming in. Obviously, 2 maps up, you're feeling good about yourself, but maybe they got a little sloppy. Maybe they got a little too confident in themselves and made too many mistakes that Nukes were able to capitalize on, and they missed the 3-0. Now Nukes have a foothold in this set.
Definitely have that foothold. Chat seems to think it's still Popes in 4. I think they do still have it in them. If this is pushed to a game 5, I think it's anybody's game at that point.
I don't know. I still think the Nukes technically play better. I think they have better technical skill than the Popes. I think the Popes rely too much on a mistake from the opposite team or an ace from somebody like PJ or Defic. I mean, those guys are entry fraggers and they do a good job at it, and they make an impact on the game, but it hasn't been enough to carry them to that 3-0. It's gotten them 2 maps, but I don't know if it'll get them more.
That is true. Yeah, definitely would need more out of Solar and Fermain. There seems to be the 2 inconsistencies out of their roster right there, and it's going to take 4 people to get the job done.
Popes improve from a map count of 2-9 to 4-10. They're looking for that 5th. They want that 5th win, and they want that 1-3 record.
They definitely do. It would serve them better in the long term.
Being tied with Skyline for last would get them out of that tie, and Skyline would need an upset to get that 1-3 record today. So Popes looking to not be tied for last place by the end of this set.
Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna bring Nick in here really quickly. Unless Bucks, you know the answer. Why is this message coming up?
I've actually never seen this message.
All right, 1 sec.
Hey Nick,
yeah.
somebody didn't download Raid?
Nick,
Question mark.
It says not everyone in the party has Raid. What do
You
I do?
have to start on satellite, then switch to raid.
Like start the map or?
Start the map, like start the countdown on satellite, then switch it to raid, like while the countdown's going.
It's a cool little Easter egg. No, it says it again.
No, you can't cancel the download. It has to be while the download's going.
While the tick's going, you mean?
Yeah, you need to like start and then go change map, change to raid real quick.
Oh, so I gotta be really quick.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Hmm.
All right, that's really weird, but anyway.
That's some CDL intel right there. Let's go. Chat, game 4 raid. Also, we're getting Express. I just love this Black Ops 2 memorabilia.
Oh yeah, they're bringing it all out for us.
Mm-hmm.
Can't get enough of that. First time we've seen Raid today. I'm sure we'll see it 1,000 more times, but the first time's always a treat. Popes, they want to close this out badly and desperately. They want that first win, and I think the Nukes are going to take advantage of that desperation. Popes look a little flustered at the end of that last game of Control, but they were good on hardpoint when we first saw them, so we'll see if they're consistent with that.
Exactly. It's going to be a full flood out of the Popes going into that T1. Only 2 go down, but that's going to give the Nukes that initial now with the lead. Only 5 and 2. Contest does come through. CJ finds one onto Defic. Pushed up close. Tries to find another one, though, for Main. Can make it happen. Trying to find one. Gets taken out, unfortunately. CJ doing his best, and Hill gets taken out by PJ. Finds him. 20 seconds left on Hill. The rotation does need to come through out of Popes. Just to make sure they can get that back spawn. Nukes maintaining the spawn as well and just trying to chow them out of that hill, but it's going to be a 4-man push. To Mello. Mello finds one, is not able to find the second one. Solar gets traded out in mid, and now this P2
I love CJ working this flank here for P2. He's back there 20 seconds ago looking for people coming down mid to try and flank, but CJ got there so early he was able to take care of 3 players from the Pope and help establish Nukes try and put a foothold in, but Defic comes in with a couple of frags of his own, and actually the Popes end up making it work for them as they hold on to P2 here.
Yeah, Defic just walks right through the front door, finds 2, finds another one onto Mello. Nick trying to chow from the back is not able to successfully chow. Gets taken out by Firm Main. Asylum trying to make his way in from the front. Looking for one. 25 seconds left on Hill. Not able to get the kill. Defic, a monster on the map. And the Hollywood Hills gets taken down. Rotation does need to come through. 17 seconds left, but Popes, a fantastic lead start, 50-19.
That's a great start, and at this point, I would say rotate off. I mean, 10 seconds, 15 seconds could mean something. That's if the game's close in the end, but right now, what's important is getting to that P3, and they have, and there's 3 of them there. They're going to need Nukes are going to need a big break to try and take care of this. PJ finds one out to 3v3 here on site as Solar Hazard's lurking towards Nick, trying to find a flank. It looks like he'll get one. Nick finds Defix, Solar on the Mellow, Nick on the Furmain, PJ on the Nick. I mean, that's a fluster of trades going back and forth, but look at the score, 73-25 favor of Popes, and they still hold hardpoint. This is a great start for them.
Yeah, fantastic start. The reinforcements for Popes are doing a fantastic job at just busying up the Nukes, just making sure that they can't get close to the hill. You have your consistent 2 for Main and PJ, both holding this hill from both sides of it, just to make sure that Nukes can't break this. Rotation does come through, though. 17 seconds left on the hill. 98, 100 now to 25. Make that a 75-point lead for the Popes.
Oh my
That's
God.
probably the largest lead change that we've seen so far today in hardpoint. But
I mean, this is unlike anything we've seen. You're right. We haven't seen anything with this much of a differential all day. Nukes have a man on point. They're going to try and set up a couple of pinches. Mello and CJ both finding frags. It looks like they're going to have a foothold here with 3 men on point. and Mello lurking, trying to find a flank here, but he's gonna walk right past Furmain, and he has no idea Furmain's right behind him. He just let Furmain slip right through what's supposed to be his flank route. Furmain and the rest of the Popes are going to be allowed to spawn right where Mello was playing, and that's huge for Popes right here. They're going to have a big potential for a break.
Yeah, and this is where it could start. I don't think they knew they got that back spawn right there. Nukes just being pulled apart one by one. Popes going to get that rest of the scrap. 20 seconds left on Hill, but it looks like Nukes is going back for the reach out. Not sure if that's the smartest. If you look at the mini-map, Popes rotating through the middle of the map is going to give Nukes the contested spawns, spawning them back into that back Lambo, and now it all goes down in P5 mid, 136 to 57.
That, I mean, good on the Popes for getting what they got, but man, when you saw that spawn come in on just right next to that last point there, that was unbelievable luck for the Popes to get that spawn point and have all three teammates spawn at the exact same time for that break. I mean, partial luck on the Pope side, but also you got to give them credit. Their breaks have been fantastic so far.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Nukes bringing this back point by point. PJ looking to find one in Hill. Finds one onto Mello long range. PJ finds one on.
Wow.
All right, so yeah, Mello Asylum gets traded out,
break.
and now that's the break that you were exactly talking about.
3 different angles. Fantastic coordination from 3 ends of the point, and the Nukes have no chance of challenging. Defik shoots Asylum in the back on his way to Defik, absolutely running it up right now on a streak of 3. OBJ time of 48 seconds, 17 and 13 as he gets taken down. I mean, Popes are squeezing a lot out of these points.
Yeah, every gunfight matters, and whoever's in Hill is doing a fantastic job at just doing simply that, just playing the Hill. For main, 1 minute and 56, PJ, 1 minute and 4 respectively. Just fantastic job, and fantastic KDs out of them. They're getting those engagements, and they're getting those really important gunfights to keep the Popes ahead now, 175 to 98. They're going to be crossing that 200-point threshold, and then it's serious SOS mode for the Nukes.
Nukes, I still don't see a lot of panic in them. I see some over peaking mistakes here and there, but they still look like they're trying to play together. And like I said on the last map of Garrison, I just want to see more aggression out of them. I want to see more rogue plays. I want to see some wild card efforts coming out of the Nukes here, but we just haven't seen that out of them, and I don't think it's gonna be favorable for them in a game like Hardpoint.
Yeah, they need to match that aggressor and figure out the counter for what Popes is giving out today. Defik on the flank right there. That's going to be his entry into this Hill. 204, 205 to 99. It could happen right here. More than likely going to go to one more Hill. PJ holding this mid, not able to get the kill onto CJ there. Defik finds one onto Mello, holding the short and money. Gets the trade.
Good
fantastic.
Trade. Does he pick up a second? No. There's a team kill here. PJ accidentally killed Defik, I think, trying to get a trade out of the front door of this point, but doesn't really make a difference yet. Asylum finds one, finds 2, but PJ is back just in time. Almost another team kill. That was really close there. Pope looking a little sloppy here with the friendly fire, but with only 10 seconds left, you don't really need to be too cautious there. We'll go to one more point, I think, unless Nukes absolutely hold down this point here. Looking down the lane, gets traded out by PJ. PJ actually shooting lasers today. Solar Hazard taken down by Mello, but Popes are on their way into point as Nukes absolutely shut them down. That's a whole wipe. They did hold that. Fantastic. I mean, you can't ask for anything more than that down by the margin you're at this close away to losing.
Yeah, that was a fantastic 4 down right there, just to get them off of their necks for a little bit. Now Nukes back in this ever so slightly, still down 133 to 247. They have to hold this Hill perfectly just to make sure that Popes can't contest this and, you know, get the scrap. And they also have to work this rotation. The spawns are now coming out. This could be it. Defik looking for the last one, and he does. 2 and 1, and Popes have done it. They are on the board, closing this out 250 to 144. Jimmy, is this what we were expecting?
No, nobody was expecting this. Nobody expected this. The Popes go down to a 2-2, or excuse me, the Nukes go down to a 2-2 record, facing the 0-3 Popes, who took them 4 games, almost swept them, minus a shaky control match.